Hi guys, it's Kate and it's VEDA Day 7, and today we're talking about the hardest thing we've ever done. And for me that's a little, I don't want to say it's a difficult question, it's not, but because of my anxiety and some of the health things that pop up from my anxiety is that a lot of things that shouldn't be that difficult feel like hard things. So I always feel like I'm constantly like one-upping the hardest thing I've ever done. Just as I experience life. So, not to say that it means something or nothing. Like, that's great in a way because then I can prove to myself constantly. But then it's always like a struggle. It's always like, oh, I've got to work really hard and I've got to put a lot of mental energy into getting through something. So, like, the first one was going to Vegas for bloggers in Sin City when that was a thing. And I flew by myself and I was meeting a bunch of people I had never met. So that was a scary thing and a crazy thing. And at that time, that was like one of the harder things I've ever done. And then recently we flew it all has to do with flying too, because like flying gives me major anxiety. We flew for our honeymoon, and what actually was really difficult was coming back. The flight got delayed, and so that was way out of my comfort zone. Like we actually got like taken to a hotel, and we had a connecting flight, and we were in Port of Spain in like Trinidad and Tobago. And so I was just like, we're not, like, I don't know where we are. We're getting put into a weird hotel. And like, I was so out of it. And then we didn't fly until like midnight. So we flew a 5-hour flight from midnight to 5 a.m. And that put me way, way outside of my comfort zone. So, I mean, I got through that. So that's like the most recent, like, hardest thing I've ever done. But I think overall in my life, if I like look at everything, the hardest thing I did was go away to college, which I'll be honest with you, I only went an hour away. I know people like will cross the country and go to different states. You have to get there by plane. Literally, it was an hour away, okay? But for me, that was a really big deal because I never like stayed away from home. I never liked going to sleepovers. I don't even think I ever did. Even with my cousins or my grandparents, like I was always a little like on edge. I always wanted to be around my parents, and so to be an hour away was a huge deal. So like the first night of being away at college, I cried, and then the next morning I cried on the phone, and I was like, come get me, I can't do this, like, I can't do, like, I was literally like, come get me, I want to go to community college and like stay home. But I didn't, and I toughed it out, and so then it was worth it because like the rest of the year was amazing, and the rest of my 3 other years at school were amazing. And if I had just called it quits, that would have sucked. But at the time, it was really hard. I was like ready to go. So that's my biggest, hardest thing I've ever done. And I'm sure if I gave it more thought, maybe there's something else, but that really sticks out to me. So that's all for me tonight, and I will see y'all tomorrow, and I love your faces. Bye, guys.